Hey, welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jodie.
And I'm Amanda, and here's Latrice. Jumped right in the second that theme song started playing.
The lovely gray cat Latrice.
Our producer.
Oh, yeah. We should have that. She's our sound mixer.
Yeah, she really makes things better.
Our sound engineer. Just like Jibri's. She's been in high demand. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. We're going to be talking some 90 Day Fiance soon. But later in the show, we're super thrilled because we're doing a little crossover with Cara Berry from Everyone's Business But Mine.
Yes.
Seeking Sister Wife is back. Have you watched it yet?
I did.
Oh, well, I guess, okay, I just messed that up because obviously we both watched it because we're recapping it.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah. We're recording this
God
early,
damn it,
but...
Latrice. That's Latrice's fault if she left it in. Latrice, you're supposed to cut that out.
She's
edit that.
There's another, bald eagle outside flying around or something.
Oh, boy.
This is what I'll say. The Davis family.
Okay.
Okay, I forgot. It's such a good show. The Davis family, they have a third wife, like a potential third wife, right? And it is Shen from Teen Mom.
Oh, boy.
I want anybody to tell me that is not a doppelganger, or it's just Shen.
Okay.
She's also 22. Woof.
Oh, no.
It's a rough 22, dude.
Like a Kimbali from 90 Day Fiance, and she's like, I'm 49, never looked better. And we're like, whoa.
The boob.
Okay.
The boob. Yeah. No, it's great, though. And Garrick and Danielle are back. Garrick, but also, Garrick is less hateful to me because this morning, and I'm not going to even... I probably will watch part 2, but I watched the part 1 of the tell-all of Unexpected, and with that monster
yes,
Jason.
Everyone's been telling us
about it.
And I mean,
really, there's I would honestly rather watch David Eason on my television screen than this kid.
Whoa, that's saying a lot.
So then I'm watching Garrick, and I'm like, well, at least he's nice.
Well, I would have watched it, but I had quite a series of events this morning. We were supposed to go for our biannual dentist visit, Amanda, because teeth and gums, got to keep up on your health, right?
Fun, yeah.
But I had to cancel because Paige wasn't feeling well. We had to go to urgent care. It's not strep. We're hoping it's not COVID. Just a little summer cold. But get this. I texted Dave and he almost didn't believe me, so he started FaceTiming me. I almost threw down with a 60, 70-year-old woman in Starbucks this morning.
Uh-oh.
I was having heart palpitations. I almost pushed Paige aside for the appointment. So it was an hour and a half wait. And
for
you
Starbucks?
can wait in your car. No, for the urgent care or convenient care or whatever.
Oh, right, okay.
So I was like, okay, well, let's sneak over. I gotta fill up my gas tank because I've been putting that off because, it's $6.50 a gallon these days. U.S. dollars, Amanda. So I was like, you know what? Okay, let's swing over. Let's get some Starbucks. We'll get you a little mocha frappa overpriced milkshake.
Yeah.
A la Gary Shirley for her.
Slurpee.
Exactly. A little something cold for her throat. And you know how every Starbucks parking lot, I'm convinced of this, is the worst designed parking lot ever? Yeah. I don't know why they do that. Maybe it's intentional because they want you to think it is that high in demand.
It's
people
elite.
will do anything. Yeah. It's like the Squid Games of parking lots. So it's basically a big U shape. And for some reason, the actual inside wasn't open today. Okay. So it's a U shape and there's just one strip of parking in the middle for a total of 15 spots. It's very, very small. So the whole U shape is all lined up with cars, right? Waiting. And I'm finally third in line to the window. And I've done my mobile order, right? I've done my due diligence. I'm just picking up a drive-thru order.
Yeah, you're bougie.
Well, there's really no choice at this point because the inside was closed. Right. I see this older woman, I'm guessing early 70s, sitting in her white car in the parking lot. I didn't realize at the time the inside was closed until I saw someone else try to go in. And I see her parked there, and I'm thinking, oh, she's trying to get out of the parking lot, But because it's all backed up, there's no way for her to like back up and get in and out or whatever. She's stuck there. So the line moves a little bit and I see her pull up and kind of like angle her car. Like it looks like she's going to do a U-turn to get out of the parking lot. The keywords there, looked like. Right at this time, actually, Nick was texting me about Real Housewives and his friend Jamie. And because
I woke up to those texts. I saw that.
So the truck in front of me had a Proud Boys sticker, a legitimate Proud Boys, like the "Don't Tread on Me" whatever, and I was like joking around. And this is key to the story because that car was in front of me. This bitch pulls in front of me again. I'm thinking, oh, she's just completing the U when someone else pulls up a little bit. No, pulls in front of me in the drive-thru, and there's probably 13 cars behind me, right? Pulls in front of me. I'm like, oh, no. So I roll down my window and I lay on the horn and I'm doing like the what hand out the window. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? What? Exactly. Kind of saying it like she's obviously not rolling. I'm like, what? Seriously?
I think that might be my most commonly used body shape in the car is the both hands up.
What the
Seriously? Until you roll up next to them at the next stoplight and you're just like, oh, I'm just looking out the other window.
Yeah. So I'm like, unbelievable. Well, then I realized that there's one guy at the little outside sitting area and he's like smoking a cigarette and I'm like, did you just see that? He's like, oh my God, some people. I'm like, I swear I'm not crazy, but I thought she was pulling out. He's like, yeah, I did too. He's like, I'm like, unbelievable. And Paige is like, you should tell her something. I'm like, no, karma's going to get her, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Well, then the Proud Boy guy pulls all the way up and she's like snoozing on her phone or something, right? So she's not pulling up, and I waited like a good 5 seconds, and I was like, fuck that. I'm going to pull in front of her and get my spot back.
I've done the same thing.
So I pulled in front of her, right? And the guy's outside, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, seriously, whatever. Like, oh my God. Then she almost like goes up on the curb, almost sideswipes me on the right side to get in front of me at the speaker. And the guy and I are looking at her like, oh my God.
Whoa.
So while she's ordering, now her window's down. You guys, this is so
is she
unlike me.
In front of you
now she's in front of me again.
Oh, so you didn't quite make the
well, I did. Again,
steel.
She went up like on the island, like the curb.
Yeah.
And went around on the right side of me. And Paige is like, oh my God, she's going to hit us. Like, so she cut in front of me, obviously. All these other cars in the parking lot have to be seeing this too. Like, what the fuck, bitch? She knew what she was doing. At least if you could be like, oh my God, I didn't realize I cut. Sorry.
They can actually see that, as far as I know. When I worked at Dairy Queen, this was like in like, what, the 90s? It was the 90s. You could see on the screen like what was going on outside.
Okay.
So they could see that.
Now listen, you and I have talked about this. I talk about people behind their backs because I have something called manners, okay?
Yeah.
I don't ever confront people. We just vent about it here. But I was so pissed, especially almost hitting the car. Like, it was such a bold move. So now her window's down, she's ordering, and I'm like, seriously? Are you always this nasty? Wow. Oh my God, that is so rude.
Wow.
Paige is laughing. She's like, get her. You should call her the B word. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Wow. Oh, unbelievable. I mean, I'm laying on.
Yeah, laying in. Yeah.
The guy's outside.
However, if there was like a person in a car three cars away from you and got a video of you, you'd be the Karen probably.
Oh, no. There's no way. There's no way. Like, this woman was insane.
If they didn't see what happened beforehand, though? It would just look like this crazy white bitch in this bougie car.
Maybe.
Yelling at some old lady.
Oh, right. My bougie car that is 15 years old, you guys. 2007. We're real bougie here.
The car I just bought is 2004, so.
Now, if this were the Proud Boy truck in front of me that cut me off, I'm not touching. I'd be fucking scared to death.
Oh, you're getting shot directly.
Hell no. No. Like, I will put a MAGA hat on before I would confront the guy.
You could take down an old lady.
Well, I wasn't trying to take her down. It was such a two bold fucking moves in a row.
Yeah.
Right? Unassuming. And now I have like a cohort. You know, this guy outside, he's seen it too. Yeah. So we're like, She makes her order, quickly rolls up the window, right? So guess what I did? This is Karen. I am here. They're like, hello, Starbucks. And I'm like, just so you know, the lady that was just in front got in front of like all 15 cars in line. So, if you want to add a little extra something. It came out of me. It wasn't like premeditated. It just came out. And I'm like, but I'm just picking up a mobile order for Jodie, whatever. I pull up, okay? She flies out of there as soon as she gets her latte. Yeah. She's, see ya.
Did she engage back with you?
No.
When you were yelling at her?
No. Rolled up the fucking window.
She couldn't hear you.
Oh, I hope she heard me.
Well, I know she could hear you.
Actually, I think she did. I think she did hear me because I saw some little exchange and she was like, with the lady at the window. And I was like, oh, now you're trying to be nice. Yeah, bitch. I pull up, and this girl's probably like 22, and she's like, oh, was that the lady who cut out there? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, because she offered to pay your coffee, but I had already prepaid. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because she heard me say to the barista, and maybe she was afraid they were going to spit in it or whatever. Turns out the guy who was in the parking lot, like the smoker in the parking lot, who was like, we were like, whatever, not salute the power. That's
white
the wrong
power.
thing. Yeah, we were white powering it with the QAnon guy in front of me. He runs in and he's like, oh my God, I was going to pick up your thing. He must have been like the manager or something on duty. And I was like, oh, you guys are the best. And at some point I did say, like, I swear I'm a good person. I do not do this, but this was like bold. So of course then I leave, and the whole rest of the day I'm like, Paige, was I crazy? Like, people are going to think I'm absolutely nuts. She's like, no, you should have done even more. And I wrote down her license plate.
Of course.
So I'm like, well. Anyway, that was my big story. Like, I feel kind of badass,
Jodie.
Oh yeah, everything works out for me. That's right. Actually, it didn't work out because I prepaid.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm like, oh, well, at least I got my points or whatever for it. But seriously, what the fuck? Would you ever cut in line at a Starbucks?
Oh, yeah,
in a car line?
She could have paid hear me out here. She could have paid your shit and used her own points.
Oh, see?
Your points.
See?
Fake philanthropy, Jodie.
Selfish bitch, that's right. She's writing it off on her taxes.
Eight more than that. Yeah, writing off her taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She wrote it off as a good deed, as a donation.
Right. And then told everyone about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see her. I know what she's onto, that Starbucks bitch.
I know who you are.
I kind of want to call now and see if they have the tape. So you could see this. Like, the bold
I bet you could.
Moves of this bitch. Okay,
I would pay money to see you doing that. I can see your fist out the window just going.
Oh, yeah.
Pumping in the air.
And then I had my head out when she was doing her order. I'm like, really? Wow. Are you always this rude? Just so bad.
And she's just pretending like she's not here. Like,
the whitest, most suburban insults I'm throwing at this lady in the Starbucks line.
You're rude.
That's all it was. But I mean, I was flying high on adrenaline for quite some time afterwards. Speaking of flying, real quickly, are you watching The Staircase on HBO? Kathleen Peterson
I worked
flying
all
down the
weekend,
stairs.
But I will. Listen, I know. Obviously,
you know the story.
It was the owl, obviously.
Oh, girl.
But do they touch on that?
Oh, absolutely. There's a whole owl storyline. They kind of show the different possibilities, and it's really cool how they blur the timelines. They're kind of going like 2017. They're going back in time and like, well, this would be the alternative if he beat her. This would be the alternative with the owl. This would be if she fell on her own.
Oh, I'm excited. Oh, what is this on Hulu?
HBO. The original documentary, which does have an additional 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh, I've seen the original documentary.
But hold on. There's the original from 2004. Okay. Then they added, in the past year or two, they added that second part. Then this HBO one is the Toni Collette, amazing. Juliette Binoche is on there.
Colin Firth?
He's incredible.
I love Colin Firth.
He's got to win some sort of award for Michael Peterson. And you wouldn't fully appreciate his acting.
They don't look alike at all.
He's got his mannerisms, his speech. If you close your eyes, you would think it was him.
All right, cool.
And you wouldn't appreciate it unless you've seen the documentary. Otherwise, you'd be like, oh, okay, it's just like a TV movie series. Wow.
So, is it over? Like, I can binge the whole thing now today?
I think there's 7 episodes. I'm on episode 5, so I don't know if 7 is the last one or not. Oh, and Parker Posey is in it as the
original woman that he killed?
No, as the attorney, as the prosecutor.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can see her.
And she looks exactly like her. And that lady had a really dark story. Do you know that she ended up dying?
No.
Of like alcoholism or something? Like she was found dead in her house. If you look at that, it's
fun.
Freda something or other. You can Google that. But
Parker Posey. Whenever I hear Parker Posey, I just hear, "You just come into the DQ. Get you on a Diet Coke. You just get."
I was just gonna say, smacking on gum.
They'll take me back at the DQ. They said they'll take me back.
Talk about her slushies.
I always had a place at the DQ.
And her blizzards.
Yeah, just jumping on the gum. It's the day of the show, y'all. Do you know that that's like such a theater thing that like
it's the day of the show, y'all?
Like, it's the day of the show, y'all, but like if you're in a show, I mean, that's getting said all day long.
My favorite thing is when Christopher Guest goes, "Everybody dance," and he just
everybody dance.
What?
Dun 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 dun.
We're talking about waiting for Guffman, or I'm sorry, Guffman.
It is
just
Guffman.
Guffman. Okay, but really quick. So about the staircase, because of course I get myself in this algorithm, and I'm talking to my friend, texting my friend Carrie and Larissa about this, and his son Todd. He had Todd and Clayton. In December, his son posted on YouTube and wanted everyone to spread it that now he thinks his dad killed Kathleen and killed previous wives. Like his stance on it has totally changed. He's got a really dark story too. Surprising alcoholic, much like Michael Peterson and others. It's just wild. If you ever watched it, watch the HBO one. I wasn't going to watch it because I'm like, I've seen the documentary. Like, what do I need to watch this for? Oh, you gotta watch.
Well, because Toni Collette and Colin Firth are both and that's a great cast. That's a stacked
It is.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And
really quickly, Schwarzenegger. Patrick Schwarzenegger's in there. Doesn't look like either parent. No Shriver nor Schwarzenegger.
Oh, he doesn't look like either of his own parents. Okay.
Not at all. It's wild.
When I worked on Long Island, like when I first got my very, very, very first like dog walk client, like when I first got my original job,
okay.
And it was in this like bougie ass rich place in Great Neck, and that staircase took place on the
somewhere
island,
up there. Somewhere upstate.
And I remember like going into the house and like the girl was like showing me around and everything, and like it was his house. Like
Stop it.
Like there was a little tiny staircase that looked exactly like. I mean, obviously it wasn't the house, but I was like, It's like a common like staircase that people have in these Long Island homes because it's terrifying.
It's the bougie old home, old money.
And it comes like into
staircase.
The kitchen,
yeah.
but it doesn't like. But it like it's so teeny, it's so tiny.
Well, because it would be like the servants would come down from there.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what.
Like
it was.
Kobe on 90 Day Fiance, if he were living there, they would have him use that back staircase because he's there to do the physical work.
Now, speaking of Parker Posey, and like just go with me here.
Yeah.
Selma Blair. I think the two of them remind me of each other. I just feel like they have the same energy and same faces. But do you know Selma Blair has MS?
Oh, I do know that. Yes.
I saw this TikTok video of her the other day, and she was like meeting a fan, and it was like one of the most beautiful things because like a fan was just like, "Oh, I love you so much," and like she has this fabulous cane. Like she's just so fucking cool. I love Selma Blair, and she like has the affectation in her voice because she's very very stuttery in the way she talks because the nerves, right?
Okay.
And so she's like talking to this woman, and like you could tell she didn't seem embarrassed by it, and she was letting the stuttering kind of get over, and then she finally, it kind of like settled itself, and then she gave the woman a hug, and she started talking in a normal voice, and she's like, "Thank you so much, I really appreciate that." And it was just one of the most beautiful videos I've ever seen, and it was like probably the most recent video of Selma Blair that's been taken. So if you look up Selma Blair on TikTok, check it out. But she is so fabulous. And then I just started watching a whole bunch of other interviews with her, and she is really just doing the work out there. She's making it very like she's normalizing it, and she's not like and like I like that when she talks, she doesn't seem embarrassed. She's kind of just like, bear with me while I get through the stuttery. I don't know.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna look that up. Although now that you said it, TikTok is always listening. So
now, but
when you first said,
I'm still checking. Oh, go ahead. No,
I was gonna say when you first said Selma Blair, for a second, Nev Campbell popped in my head.
They're the three of them.
And I was gonna say Nev Campbell may just very well be the OG Sleeveys. Like the pulled over her palms. Like I just don't know. Like she was always just very like, don't know. I'm so nervous, anxious.
In what? In Party
everything. I feel like everything she's ever been in, she plays that character.
Is she in Party of Five?
Yes, I believe so.
I've been watching more of that face painting shit.
Oh, you can't get enough of her. I can't get into the face painter on TikTok.
It's really good. She went to this party the other day, and like it was like all these kids, and then there was like this old like fucking man who was like drunk, and she's like, "Hey, I remember you from last year," and he's like, "Yeah, I was pretty hungover that day. Actually, I'm pretty hungover today too." Which is really she painted him into like a tiger or something.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the grown men getting their faces painted.
I would get my face painted. You wouldn't want to?
No. I don't know, like a drunk guy wandering around town with face paint. That is so creepy. That's right up there when they had like Pennywises that were taunting kids. Remember that?
When people were standing at the side of the street of the road.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. Yeah, there was clowns coming out of the woods and shit. Ugh.
Yeah.
Speaking of scary, can we hop into 90 Day Fiance here and start with Kobe and Emily?
Okay, let me pull up my notes.
Okay. So
you want to start with them, eh?
I do, because I have some big updates for you. I kind of teased this with you earlier.
My first note was no boob this week. So true. Thank God for that.
Well, that's because we didn't see Coben. If little Coben was in any scene, even in the background, she would have taken the boob out and just run towards him with it out.
But also, it was cold outside, so she was like fully, she had a full scarf on over, like a blanket around her neck.
Because she's so tiny and so cold.
God, it's like everyone on the show is competing to be who's the biggest monster.
Oh, I mean, she is just such a bitch.
I can't wait for the tell-all. God, I know.
I was just going to say, I hope to God she sees herself in this and doesn't say, oh, it's the editing. Hopefully she says, yeah, I didn't realize how bossy and bitchy I am.
Exactly. That would be the smart. Even if she's actually the narcissist we think she is, it would be at least wise for her to be like, it'll look better on TV if I at least just say, I watched myself on TV and it was really shitty.
The likelihood of that happening, very small.
Her parents are like from the Skeleton Key. It's almost like they're like sundowning or something. Like they're just... they just both seem like just serial killers or just like robots, possibly?
Or they stepped out of like Indiana Jones.
I've never seen Indiana Jones.
Well, I haven't either, but I just picture like, I don't know, caves or like sandy mountains or something.
They just seem like they're not human, especially her mother. Her mother is just like, doesn't make that's why her face has no wrinkles in it.
That's
she
true.
Has
emotionless.
Never made a facial expression in her life.
Yeah. Well, let's begin with Emily saying, we have been bickering in front of my parents. And
it's been 2 weeks, Jodie. 2 weeks.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why they're bickering in front of her parents. Because it probably is because she is thinking it's okay to bicker in front of her parents. Like, most people would avoid having confrontations with their partner in front of their parents. Like, let's take it into the bedroom. Let's talk. Take a drive. But she's way too comfortable in her house just to... Oh, God, she's one of those people that probably says, Mom needs you. Dad wants to talk to you. Not my dad, my mom. She's one of those mommy daddies. You're hopping into our lives. So you just need to adapt to everything the way that we are doing it right now.
I forgot what I was going to say, but okay, continue.
She said that she asked her mom to show Kobe things that he can do around the house to help out. Huh. I wonder if Emily ever asked her mom if there's anything that she could do to help around the house. Because it seems like she's sitting on her ass all the time.
Coben. No, she's just breastfeeding.
That's absolutely her excuse why she can't work and why she can't do anything. Well, Coben's going to need me. No, he doesn't need you anymore.
Do you think that Kobe is getting just like a fucking influx of DMs?
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone. I mean, I want to save him.
Oh, I do too.
Kobe.
Oh, I'm like a married woman, and I'm like, you can just come like live with us. I'll find some woman to like, yeah, exactly.
I'll treat you good.
Yeah, she is not the prize she thinks she is.
God, she sucks. I can't wait for that fucking.
I wish that he had some asshole quality that we knew of to at least make us feel better about him being with her. But the fact that he seems like a hardworking, nice guy who wants to be there for their kid, it makes this outrageous.
And we're all with him as this sequence is happening. All of our blood pressures are rising along with him. And he's like huffing and puffing and panting. And like, saying shut the fuck up is probably the nicest thing he could have said at that moment.
I'm surprised he hasn't said it sooner.
I know. And you shouldn't say that to people, but sometimes people deserve to be told to shut the fuck up. And Emily is one of those.
And he did ask. He said, can you shut the fuck up? So it wasn't a demand. It was a question.
Yeah. And several times before that, he's like, I don't think I need you here. Why don't you go back to the house? I don't need you standing next to me.
Yep.
I'm doing this. Why does it matter?
Now, before we proceed, I'm going to give you a very important update here because we had a little bit of an argument ourselves last week. Mommy and Daddy were fighting.
Oh my God.
And I
you did
sent
like work here.
I spent about an hour after we got home from the doctor doing the investigative research I did on this.
Okay.
No, wait, hold on. You said correct. Wrong. It's not psycho. I am correct because immediately when they walked in that barn with the horse, okay, someone on the 90 Day Fiance crew has experienced something similar to I am because they are showing horses for what they can be. When he walked in there, hold on. He walked in there and they said, horses won't do anything. I promise. Well, no, horses can do something. And I'm going to tell you that in just a minute. Proof. And then even Emily herself said, babe, they kind of do what they want. Yeah. And they do what they want. And I'm going to post these pictures for proof. Now, I pulled up, if you remember from last week when I had Buttercup's Wild Ride, I'm just going to call it for sake of documentation. I found the map of this ranch.
Date with Dateline tweeted at us.
Yeah, Kimberly.
I love Amanda victim shaming Jodie.
Yeah, this one's for you, Kimberly. All right. I provided a map with a key, okay, of this place so you can see exactly where the cornfield was that it ran me through, where Buttercup took a bathroom break, the barbed wire fence, the race down the summit so it could be the leader.
Break at summit is written.
Okay, now if you look at letter E indicated on the map, that was the lake that it ran into with me on it.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it looks like Cody's pond because,
it's not a pond.
Yeah, well, at the time, it was a very big lake. It was filled up, okay? Now, F is really where I take umbrage with the situation because I never received that Girl Scout patch because after all of that, I refused to do the grooming. I couldn't get close.
Is this Buttercup? You provided a picture of a horse looking at the camera. This is Buttercup?
I highly suspect that is Buttercup. I went into photos of horses from Illinois that were then sent to probably like a boot camp for bad kids for horses in Florida. And this is a horse from Illinois during the time period, and its name was Buttercup. And let me tell you, there are not a lot of Buttercups. You know why? Found out in my research. Buttercups are poisonous to horses. So I think the name kind of fits.
Okay.
All right. Now, you can also see, just for reference, there's a photo of some other little Girl Scouts on a trail ride. That's on the way up to the summit.
Yeah.
To their right, on your left of this photo, is where the barbed wire fence was.
Okay.
And then you can see that patch is for purchase, White Pines Ranch, Oregon, Illinois. That I think I'm going to buy for myself, just as like a bit of therapy.
Yeah, so you can continue to relive
Now,
it.
the last photo, guys, I went through all their current horses at this place. And some of them have like, oh, their mom or their brother. So I was trying to see if there was any Buttercup lineage. But like I said, I think Buttercup went to Bad Horse Camp in Florida. Look at the name of this horse. These are the type of horses that this place have people riding. Its name is Shooter. I am well known as, quote, Shooter the Tutor. So it's more fun to ride me than behind me. You guys, this is the type of horses that they're putting children like me on.
It says, I'm the most well-behaved horse in the herd and I love everyone.
Okay, well, all of the horses say that. All of the... I'm just saying.
Shooter.
You always stand with the shooter.
Yeah, I love guns.
All right, so I'm just throwing that out there that Emily was right. They do what they want.
I didn't know you were such an Emily head. You're a boob head. Jodie's going to post these pictures on our Facebook page.
Oh, I'm posting them.
Yeah, we love research to hate TV. Check out the group. Just, join the group, answer a couple questions. We'll let you in.
Yeah. I think seeing the map, I think you can fully appreciate, especially the length of the ride, the time.
Wild ride.
The time of that trail ride.
That's a long ride you took there.
Oh, it was like an hour and a half. I mean, the perspiration. I think I said this. Maybe I replied to you and Kimberly. I remember the smell of the helmet because I was just sweating and overheating and nervous the entire time.
You were on the runaway horse for the entire hour and a half.
Yes. We didn't like swap horses.
It was rogue, but it was rogue for an hour and a half. Like,
it was wild the entire time. It ended when I was approaching the lake because it ran into the lake, and then the lady on the big white, in my mind, it was a stallion. It was some sort of big white horse, started chasing Buttercup, and Buttercup kept running into the lake. And then we got so deep that she was like, I don't know, somehow...
Why didn't you just throw yourself off the horse? Now you're in water.
I throw myself off a running horse
you're in
the
water,
forest.
Though.
I'm in water.
Well, you're in the water. At what point do you just, Hail Mary it off?
I don't know how I'm strapped into this thing. I'm on a harness, and there's, leather straps and things all over the place.
I really feel like the whole thing could have been alleviated if you'd pulled on the reins.
Imagine what else I would have gotten taken away from me. I didn't even get the fucking patch. If I had bailed on that ride.
Yeah.
I should have just faked sick or something. Be like, oh no, I have this thing called COVID 30 years early. I need to go home.
I'm gonna buy you a trail ride for. Oh. Well, when you come to the Calgary Stampede, I'm gonna take you into the horse thing.
There's no chance.
You'll get over your fear.
There's no chance in hell. No, they sense the fear in me because they are smart. They sense fear. And they're smart.
I'm going to get you over it.
And they do what they want. Okay, so now here we are with a ginormous pile of poop that I think has been sitting there for several weeks.
I saw on Reddit people were like, I'm a horse owner and this is not right. They should have their horses taken away from them. Because the mom even says, well, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, you can't. You seem fine.
I mean, I have no idea how much a horse poops in a day, but that looked like way more than a week.
It's like in hoarders when you have cats and the cat litter is just overflowing. That's what this is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you should probably scoop every day or two. I don't know, but I would assume the horses don't love living among their own feces.
Okay, question, because again, my only experience is with Buttercup, who just stopped and shit and pissed anywhere that she wanted.
Right.
Do horses go and have one spot where they do their pooping?
Yeah, I was wondering that. I don't know. It looked like it.
Because it looked like a
pile.
Do. It backed up into a corner and just
Because I would say that if a dog poops in the house, it has a spot that it'll always go to. So yeah, probably.
Oh, see, we're bougie. We have our dog poop outside, but...
Oh, you're bougie. Okay.
Yeah.
But you also don't walk, Scout.
She's afraid of walks, okay? We play with her outside. She gets plenty of exercise.
Well, I know you have that huge yard.
Oh,
that like
God,
fucking
here
football
we
field.
Yeah, here we It's a football field. Yep. Here we go. All right. So manure, though, you know what? Manure isn't as bad as dog poop because it's just chewed up grass. Like, yeah, mixed with horse bile. It's poo.
I would say that horse poop smells better than dog poop, though. Or it might just be that I grew up in Calgary and I'm kind of used to like smelling horse poop, I guess. It doesn't bother me as much.
See, again, I was in fight or flight and like my senses just had to like shut down.
Yeah.
Like, we need to put the excess energy. We're turning off scent. We're going towards fleeing.
Also, I think living in New York probably helped me with the horse poop because there's all those horses around Central Park that are just like, Central Park just smells like shit.
Oh, really? From horses, huh?
Yeah, they have those horse-drawn carriages. People have been trying to get them like criminalized for like
seems
years.
kind of mean.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, apparently Emily thinks Kobe is dumb as the actual horse shit because she's directing him how to scoop it up and put it in a bucket.
With her hands in her pockets. Just do it this way.
That's the thing. She's standing there just directing him. Okay, so I wrote down some of her quotes. Why don't you start from the big pile? I feel like I need to show you how it's done, even though I haven't done this in years.
Yeah.
Fuck you. So what have you been doing here? Coben's old enough. You don't have to be inside all the time. When he's napping, you could go out there and pitch in. If it's so easy and you know how to do it, then get your ass out there and do it. Don't you just want to finish sooner so we can go inside and hang out?
That one, I was like, I almost wanted him to be like, no, I'm going to take longer.
That's the point.
This is the best thing that's happened to me today. This is giving me a chance to focus not on you.
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with horse shit than you.
Well, and that's where you see she's like Ari, where all they want to do is just hang out 24/7. They're super clingers.
Yeah.
You should just hurry up so we can hang out. Oh, good. So I can just sit next to you inside and you can
She doesn't
whip out your
want him
boob.
to have a job either.
Oh, Ari's
same with Ari, because Ari's like, yeah,
fucking
Benny
worst.
had a job when we lived there, and it was annoying because I was like, oh,
God.
we made money, but like, what price?
Why are you pulling it down? Okay, stop talking. I wish you would just listen to me. I wish you would listen to him when he's like, I got it. I can handle this concept
scooping.
And I think there's got to be a better system than this random bucket they have on like a luggage carrier cart. You guys don't have a wheelbarrow or, I don't know, something bigger to shovel it in and then wheel it? This seems just not thought out.
It almost
well.
seems like she is putting it on for the cameras, but why? Like, what
It's her
utility
flex.
would she have to do that? But I mean, I guess
she's
it's
stupid.
a good storyline, but like, I wouldn't want to portray myself that way on TV.
No, I think she's stupid because even Kobe said, I think it's like she wants her family to know that she's in charge of me. So I think she does get off on this, like, oh, he's my man. He loves me so much. He'll just like listen to me.
It's just so opposite
Obnoxious.
personality trait that I would ever have. Like, and same with you, other than your Karen moment this morning at Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we both just never would want to have anyone else feel bad.
No, especially in front of your parents. Even if you're annoyed, you'd be like, hey, why don't we try it this way? Okay. And listen, this happens to me all the time because, as you know, the way that I think and do things just happens to be the correct way. I can't help it. So I've had experience in trying to explain to people the correct way, which is my way. It just happens to be that way. So now she's not only, well, first she just starts off like leaning on a door, watching him. But then when he goes out, she's following like 3 steps behind him.
Yeah.
Go away. If you are just going to stand here and watch me do it, I'm not stupid. Like you said, my dad had a chicken farm. I got the concept down, what to do.
My dad had a poultry farm. He fucking knows what he's doing. He's worked harder than you've ever worked in your goddamn life.
Yeah.
Also, there's nothing better. No one works better, I feel, like when there's 2 people standing over you just watching
the best.
you work.
Like that
I
pressure.
I always do my best work at that point. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you never make a mistake when that happens.
No, when you know people are critical and like waiting for you to fuck up.
Yeah. And you like want them to give you tips and hints.
Yeah, and critique.
And they go like, after you do something wrong.
Yeah.
Super helpful. So she's like, fine, I'm not helping you anymore. God, you're being so rude. Okay, first of all, you were never helping him. And how do you not think you're being rude at all in this moment? How are you not embarrassed that your mom is watching you act this way? So then he goes, God, can you just shut the fuck up? And this was after several times of him saying, I got it. I don't need your help. I got it.
Please leave me alone.
Please. Yeah, go inside then. Go.
Well, I was going to ask you, what would you do? Because the mom's just watching, just like stone.
Honestly, maybe I don't know. Maybe
like
I'm pro-abuser, like if you want to call this like verbal abuse, but this wasn't even that big of a thing to me.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, what if you saw Paige treating someone like this?
Oh, I'd definitely be like, God, stop. Like, leave him alone. He said leave you alone. You're being bossy. Enough. He gets it.
Like,
that's weird.
You can't even get a read on the mom. You can't, you can't get a read on this bitch at all.
My family would have called me on it. If it was like my sisters or my brother.
Absolutely.
They'd be like, God, okay, back off. Especially if they saw that I was getting under Dave's skin. They'd be like, okay, he's got it. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Go check on the kid. Go pop your boob out or something.
Yeah. Pull it out.
I don't even think it was that big of a deal for him to say, can you shut the fuck up? I think if he would have said, God, you're a fucking bitch, that would have been bad.
That's different. Yeah. But shut the fuck. You pushed him to the point. You wanted him to say this.
She did. She loved that he said it. Because when she went inside, then she can be the victim. And she's like, I can't believe you just said that to me. You literally told me to shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's exactly. He literally told you to shut up. So shut up, go. And she's like,
and I don't like to, again, we don't like to throw around the term gaslighting, but this is, I mean, if you want a lesson in how to gaslight someone, watch this episode. Because then he has to apologize to her. And again, he knows that he has to, because otherwise she's going to take his son away.
And that is an abuse of power right there.
Yeah.
And she loves it, that smug fucking look on her face when he goes inside. And you can tell immediately he's like, okay, I gotta smooth this over. And he's like, oh, hey babe. Hey babe. That's all you're gonna say is hey babe.
Oh, God,
he just walked in the door. He is two steps in the door.
Scooping your horse's shit.
Yep. And you didn't bring him a glass of water, nothing, as you're standing there sipping your tea.
She's been sitting there stewing and just waiting.
And no matter what he said, she was just going to repeat it back to him like that. If he were to be like, hey, I'm really sorry, she'd be like, oh, you're sorry? It would be sarcastic. Bitch. She's like, you told me to shut the fuck up in front of my mom. Did they do that in Africa? No, they don't. And they also don't yell at their spouse in front of their own parents in Africa. They don't even...
And the women probably don't treat their men like that.
Yeah.
And you specifically, Emily, are the problem. It's not an Africa or America thing. It's an Emily thing.
Yep. And he is being so calm and so patient with her even now.
Because he has to be.
I was just trying to talk to you. And she's like, oh, okay, so because I was talking to you, that's why you're going to treat me like that? Because I was talking to you. And then she has her talking, and she's like, what concerns me is that he didn't even realize that he was being rude.
Yeah, she thinks that she's in an abusive relationship.
Totally. And then she's like, we're going to have to figure this out, or it's not going to work out. Okay, you fucking bitch. You're going to be like this just to be like this and take a potential relationship away from your son.
Well, what he needs to do is pull a Mohammed and Danielle on her. Like this is the case where I support shit like that. Get the 2-year visa, get the fuck out, and now she has to support you for 10 years too. Which is kind of fun. And you don't have to leave your son. You can legally get rights to your son.
Yeah.
Be in his life. Just stick it in there for 2 years and
literally stick it in there.
No, but don't. Oh God,
it looks like she. Yeah. Well, anyway, he does say he's sorry because he has no other choice.
Right.
And then she goes, yeah, well, I guess I'm sorry for being talkative when you were working.
What a fucking cunt.
And then he said something like, yeah, okay, whatever. And she's like, okay. That was the worst for me. She just did this roll eyes, okay, and then sits her ass down in a chair to have some more tea. What are you doing to help out around here? How about Kobe's here now, can take care of your son, so you go get a job, and he could probably take care of your son and do all the shit around the house that you haven't been doing.
I made a note that I would love to see, as a scientific project
Okay.
to see to put her and Bilal in a house together for a week and just see how fun would that be? I want to see like that show.
Two type A for asshole people.
Narcissists.
Oh. They would probably end up talking about their other partners.
Kobe should end up with Shada.
With Shada, yes.
Like, that would be a great couple.
Yeah.
Both beautiful, both nice, and just want to be there for the right reasons.
Nice, patient. They both want kids.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, we just need to mix and match this cast.
Yeah, we really do.
Like this, yeah, and like I feel, and you know who I feel who would be good in Emily's house with her parents is Mohammed. Because he's got that same soulless personality and look about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that dumb deer in the headlights look.
Well, he's not. No, his eyes are like that weird piercing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like, it looks like he's wearing eyeliner, but he's not. They're just those eyes.
Yeah, and it also looks like he's kind of wearing like iridescent contacts, but he's
not.
There's a dog that's like a long-haired sheepdog named Albus that was there yesterday, and like we all were making comments about that yesterday because his name is Albus because he looks like Dumbledore, and he has those eyes, and like we were just like, don't look directly at him because you look at him and he's like stealing your soul out of your body.
Oh wait, Dumbledore, is that the one that
Harry Potter.
Amber's boyfriend or Andrew looks like? The big guy.
Oh, no. He looks like Hagrid.
Hagrid? Oh, Hagrid. Okay.
Hagrid.
Yeah, I don't know them all. Okay, anyway. So Emily sucks. And I hope she just gets her...
she's awful.
Oh, I hope she gets it at the reunion or the tell-all.
And usually I say I hope they don't actually get married, but I hope they do get married so that he can get his green card, because I want him to be with Coben.
Yeah. Who would you like to talk about next? We got Binny and Ari. We got Shida and Bilal. Miona and Jibri.
Let's do Patrick and Thais.
Oh, great. We can get them out of the way. I want them off the show. They're so fucking annoying.
That's one of my notes. These two, get out. She sucks. The end.
Yeah. Dallas seen John. They had mac and cheese. They had sex in the car. And she's a bitch and doesn't like the new house. Oh, and John has a little herpy on his lip.
Oh, a little herpy? It's like bigger than Janelle's cancer. Jesus.
Janelle, sister wives. Yeah, there's either. Do you think it was like a whitehead and he tried to pop it and just got way too aggressive? Is it a fight?
I mean, it's all over Reddit. But
is it really?
Everyone's talking about the herps.
That's hilarious.
People are like, oh, if he's a smoker. But listen, I am so not against men using cover up if you need to. I mean, if girls are allowed to, yeah, girls are allowed to wear it. If you got like a big honkin' ass herpes on the side of your lip and you're about to be on camera, toss some concealer on that shit.
His was in an odd location. It was more on the top, and it was like on the lip.
Yeah, because if you put concealer on it, it would blend weird.
It actually kind of looked like Amber Heard's injury when she had that moving injury on her lip. I know, God, be careful. Just saying, could be anything. Maybe he's being abused. We don't know, right? Joel. All right. Anyway,
Joel.
So she's always like, "Oh no, we go down and see Joel." That house. A beautiful house, brand new. She's a bitch. She's a monster.
I like when she's like, "Oh, so you sold your last house?" And he's like, yeah." Because it clearly was just like an Airbnb they were staying at or something.
Oh no, I think they really did sell that house. I think he had it. He couldn't afford it. That's why I think he did, because he said they bought that house with his ex-wife, and then they got divorced. John moved in. He probably couldn't afford it. I think the one they're in now, he probably has like a year lease or something. That would be my guess.
I'm starting to like John a little more because he really is trying. There was a really kind of human moment where he was really trying to like help out the conversation. He goes, 2 floors.
Yeah.
And it was a little condescending the way he said it, but it was still kind of like, he is trying.
Yeah. I mean, he could be a total asshole to her. We've seen people on the show be like that.
Of course.
He is trying. He's probably obnoxious and annoying, and I wouldn't want to live with my partner's sibling if I didn't have to. Of course. But I think Patrick, and he might have said this in the last episode, I think he does have to. I think he's like, I can't afford this house just on my salary. It's 50-50. And
Patrick says, I told her all about my past so she knows what she's getting into. She doesn't give a shit. She's walking around the house going, that's so gross.
And she's like, this living room, it's so small. I guarantee it's bigger than whatever the hell you were living in before.
Yeah, God. My favorite part of this episode.
And I'm not just saying that because she was from a different country, but remember he was like renting a hotel room for her to live in.
But the preview for next week, this is obviously a made-up storyline where John comes in and he's like, "Hey guys, I have a party!"
He's laid it on thick.
I'm like, okay, so you have an accent on the word party, and that's it. He's like, "Surprise! There's a party!"
So what? Who cares?
Yeah, so what? Who cares? Come on. Hey, ladies! And of course, it's all women that walk in. Oh,
yeah. Hello.
Ladies, whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, but listen, I'm just going to say this. Absolutely, Patrick is a better guy than Bilal. However, he did the same thing that Bilal and a lot of these guys do. If what you are presenting to this girl is, I have a Tesla, I have a big house, I dress like this, I like my watches, I like the best clothes, that's what they're going to expect out of you. So you can't then just be like, oh, well, I mean, she should just like understand that we're just going to have half the house because he's here. Well, you might have sold her another bill of goods and now you're changing the story a little bit. I think he's a good guy. He's not my type. I think he's kind of douchey, but he's being honest with her. He learned her language, for Christ's sake. That's way more than most of these people. And she's being a complete bitch. Where she's like, I don't like it. That table, that kitchen looked beautiful. A big bedroom, big closet.
It's a brand new house.
But she didn't like the furniture that John had in his room. Then don't go in it, you fucking freak.
Yeah, he's on the upstairs. You're on the main floor, so you don't ever need to go upstairs if you don't have to.
It's his room. What are you going to be like showing your 0 friends here around the house?
Yeah.
And that's what's in his room? Ugh, I don't like her at all.
Let's do Ari and Benny.
Oh, this bitch. I've never liked her. They need to get them off the show because they're enabling her.
Yeah, and I said her eyes are getting further and further apart with each other.
She's a shapeshifter. She's a face shifter.
Yeah.
She looks completely different every time you look at her. Her hair changes, her lip changes, her nose sometimes is more upturned than others. Her giant chiclet teeth, though. Yeah, her teeth just baffle me. There's like 9 total, and the front 2 are so big. I thought the
outfit she was wearing when she burst in at the end was cute, though. I like that outfit. I could never wear it, but she looked cute.
It was fine. Okay, so let's begin here. Benny joins an MMA gym. That's a 45-minute drive. I actually Googled Princeton, New Jersey, and I looked this place up because I wanted to see how much it was a month for this place. So it's called like
how much?
AMA Fight Club, and it's about $200 a month.
Ooh.
If you go on Groupon, you can get some deals. They're in high demand there. I'm sure it's a great gym if you're into jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and what's the Amber Portwood one?
Arts.
Krav Maga. Time.
But in New York and New Jersey, there's one of those on every street corner.
Okay, well, it was more than a 45-minute drive with no traffic in the middle of the day.
Then they probably gave it to them for free so that they could be featured on the show.
Okay, well, it said 57 minutes to like 115.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so she says that she wants to start working online.
Wouldn't we all? Mm-hmm. That's how most people get scammed, by the way. That's how Jen Shaw made her fortune from people from like things being like work at home, make $3,000 a month working from home. That's what she wants to do.
And also, if she wanted to start doing that, she could have done that in Ethiopia because they have computers there, and also she had a nanny there taking care of her kid all the time, which she hates taking care of her child. Is she ever alone with this kid?
She took him to the park.
Barely. I think she just does not want to be alone with the kid all day.
She like sent him into that slide and was like on the phone.
Bye.
And then she realized like, oh wait, he's going.
Uh-huh.
He's going down the slide.
Meanwhile, Benny's like, I want to be MMA fighter. Like real good fighter. I be big boy fighter. I'm like, oh God, okay, but you have to like grow up a little bit. I think he's harmless, but like it's time to grow up. Right?
He's like a Swelu.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So back in Ethiopia,
did you see in this gym? They had one of those weird wood things that
they did.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No.
It was right when she burst in. There was like you saw one right in the background, this big, huge wood one, and I was like,
okay, I'm writing that down. I gotta research that. What exactly you do with that?
No, people. Oh, yeah, because people have told us what it is. They sent us, like, Amazon links. But I want to know how you use it.
Yeah, I want to see it in action.
Like, what do you do with that thing?
Is it like a boxing sort of thing? Like, oh, I'm going to go above this around. Yeah, it just looks like a coat hanger.
A coat hanger. It looks like a coat rack.
But with, like, phallic-shaped things coming out of it at weird places.
Yeah. Okay, well,
at least we know it's not an art installation. We've learned that.
Yeah.
So in Ethiopia, Ari says, Benny worked 1 million hours around the clock and didn't have time for me and Avi. And I just thought coming here to the U.S., we would have a better work-life balance. Ah, yes, that's what everyone says about the U.S. A great work-life balance. You idiot. You had a work-life balance there. He worked so you could stay home with the baby because you obviously don't want to work. So he did. But now you think the two of you are going to come here, magically make money when you can both be home all day. Or I'm sorry, not all day. Because MMA requires a half day, like every day. And these 90 days are supposed to be for us to work on our issues. No.
Well, she says he goes to the gym 2 to 3 hours every day. Why do none of these
And then she says,
understand?
like, half a day. I'm like, so half a day. So you have the rest of the day.
It's still not even a work day. And
right.
Why do none of these people realize how precious a time away from each other is? What the fuck? I understand these couples who spend 24 hours a day together.
I don't get it either.
It's not fun.
No.
Can you imagine?
Wait, yeah,
Can you imagine if Dave was was sitting in the room with you right now while we podcast? I mean, he's probably right outside the door, though.
If I could reach through this wall, I could touch him on the other side working. Right. Oh, my God. Like, with neither of you working all day, what are you doing? What possibly could you be doing just sitting around? They don't even have a couch in their apartment. And also, the 90 days is not for you to work on your issues. That's not what it's designed for.
You can get the visa and get married.
Right.
Because you've established you already want to get married.
Exactly. The government has assumed you have worked through your issues and therefore are, finding a place to live, lining up jobs.
It's not sponsored marriage therapy.
Exactly.
Or relationship therapy.
So now
you get to watch him work out, which is really fun. Time.
Oh, yeah. She drops him off. And then she says, between driving Benny to MMA practice, I also got a part-time job at my friend's social media company. Okay, first of all, between driving Benny to MMA practice...
Taking care of Avi.
She didn't say taking care of Avi, though.
Phone. Oh, she didn't even say that?
No, so she goes, between driving Benny to MMA practice, I also got a part-time job at my friend's social media company. So between being in the car, taking care of Avi, and being on my phone, it's too much.
Wow, what a life.
Are you fucking kidding me? If my life was just like dropping Dave off to play, right?
Yeah.
Like at my gym, or where'd you work? Jibri. If I dropped Dave off at Jibri for 3 hours and I took care of my kids, also known as just being a parent,
right?
Because I chose to have them.
And then copied and pasted.
And like being on my phone.
Emails. Yeah.
You're on your phone all day anyway. Yeah. Who the fuck are you kidding?
If you're not on TikTok, she literally says, "Oh yeah, all I need to do is copy and paste the email to you."
She goes, "I get all the emails. I just have to send it." Like, oh,
yeah.
So
you've done nothing. You've received.
You've copied, pasted. You just have to hit send. Something must have come up before you could hit that send button.
Yeah.
All these things. Being in the car. Being a parent. Ooh, it's too much, she says. It's too much.
Now, do you think this is totally fake, though?
Absolutely.
Like, reenact this scene? Oh, my God.
Absolutely was set up.
What's your name? Melissa.
Oh, that was the best part. Melissa. What's your name? Melissa. She had to repeat it, and she
I actually don't have a boyfriend, but if I did,
she had to suck up her spit out of it.
Yeah.
She's like... Total new retainer talk. So
bad.
You ready to go? Let's do this. And I loved Benny warming up before he went in the ring when he got there. He's like, okay, why don't you warm up? And he just goes, whoo, whoo. And he ran in place for about 3 seconds and then hopped in.
I'm good. Put me in.
So they just start to tussle on the floor. I feel like you and I could be one of these coaches easily. So he was like,
Yeah.
okay, seatbelt. Let's go, seatbelt. Yeah, good power. Good power.
Put your hand a little higher there.
Yeah, now like move it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little tighter.
Good. All right, let's take a break. Time. All right, well, Ari busts her ass in there, dumps her kid off with someone else, because God forbid. And why is the kid still in a stroller? That's wild.
I don't know nothing about that.
I mean, if she were at like Disney World or something, sure, but she could be walking with it. Yeah. Absolutely. That's like laziness, whatever. And the kid's probably so used to just laying in there, it doesn't matter. Or doesn't pick up on it. So she asked the crew to watch her kid.
Yeah.
And she is going to take down Melissa. Oh, I would love to see this.
Yeah.
But I think she went a little too far when she was like, oh, look, you have like your lashes done and everything. Bitch, you wish your lashes looked as good as hers.
Okay, but I will say, have you ever, like, when I work out, I'm not wearing, like, if a piece of hair is hanging in my face, I'm slicking it.
You're not on TV, though. If you were on TV,
that is a good point.
You're going to roll in there busted with nothing on.
You would have to pay me $8 million to show me working out on TV.
Oh.
But I'm not Melissa.
Melissa. I mean, if you had me working out, it better be, again, drone flyby footage where I look just like you just see like the top of my head on a beach somewhere. Like, oh, she's in there somewhere.
Or like at sunset with the light just like hitting like the perfect spot.
And a stretch filter, obviously. Stretched vertically, not horizontally.
Right.
Duh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love the trainers. Like, I mean, I whatever you.
I don't know what goes on in here. I don't like this energy at my gym, so I want this energy at my gym.
Yeah, I don't like tension and anger at my gym.
Yeah. For MMA fighting,
right? Is MMA the same thing as UFC? Is that the same thing?
We've had this conversation and both.
Oh, have we? Okay, and we still ended up here, but we do know that horses can be vicious. All right, so. Ari is insane. She wants them both home all day and for neither of them to have to work. Because that's what we do as Americans. That's work-life balance, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're known for. Great vacation time, great health care, safe schools.
We'll save everything. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Great politics all around.
Hey, we didn't have to see Kara and Guillermo this week.
Thank God.
That's a perk. They're boring. They need to get out, too. Shida and Bilal? Who do you want to do?
Oh, God, we have so many more. Yeah, Shida and Bilal.
All right, Shida and Bilal. He's one of the worst ever men on the show. Hands down.
Why did I write she's finding balls? That must have autocorrected. But what was she doing right at the beginning? She's finding balls.
I don't know. But she doesn't want to go to Juma.
Right. She's not going to sure she's finding. I wonder what I meant by that. Okay. Oh, she's finding balls. She's finding her balls. Like she's like yes, okay, that. I did actually mean that. All right.
Like testicles, got it.
Yeah, like she's starting to stand up to him in this episode, which is nice. Like I think she made like a conscious decision the night before like, no, I'm pushing back now.
She's being strategic because I think she's only doing it when the camera's around. That's the only time she'll stick up for herself because she knows better because if she were to bring it up to him behind closed doors, he would lose his mind.
Oh, for sure.
But if she says it on camera, he's going to be like,
you think so? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, I don't want to go. And he's like, okay, I recognize that you don't want to go, but it's something I want you to want to do and to go. And she's like, yeah, I really rather not. He goes, you're not listening.
You didn't hear what, see
what I'm talking about?
And then she goes, interesting. Now, I have a question.
Yes.
Why is it that whenever you talk to me, you're lecturing me? And his answer is, oh, you feel that way?
Yeah, he goes, you feel like it's a lecture? Interesting. And then she says, I'm not going to Juma, full stop. And then he asks, well, okay, so if I don't take a shower and I just like walk around and I stink and I don't smell this lovely aroma, do I smell good? Do you think I smell good? And she's like, well, that's not the same thing, which it's not. Like, is he implying that she's dirty or that
God,
she's being bad or breaking the rules? Like, fuck you, dude.
Well,
She's a grown person.
She stops listening to him. She goes, "Oh, I think your hand is on one of my pins over there."
I loved it.
Baby, what? Oh, what? I mean, okay, I can see how, like, I wouldn't love someone putting pins in my couch. And then he goes, do you even understand how expensive this couch is? Now, Jodie, I clocked later when she's doing her praying on her rug. I own that rug.
Ooh.
$77 from Amazon.
I was just going to say Amazon. Nothing wrong with it.
It's a house. It's a house. It's a rug that you buy for an Airbnb house. Or a model home.
Oh, that it's being staged. Yeah. Also, why you wouldn't want to put any little holes in the couch because you don't own it.
Own the couch, yeah.
We said it from day one. There's no way he owns that freaking house. He's staying in it, and that's why everything has to stay like on Arrested Development.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and then I like when she's like, "Well, welcome to having a
spouse, a partner." Yes. Exactly.
Which is, and listen, any of us who have long hair, like longer hair, there are bobby pins all over your house.
Oh.
And like both of us keep a clean house, but like if I cleared out my whole house, there would be bobby pins all along the edges of, especially because I have cats. But there's bobby pins all over the fucking house. You're finding bobby pins like every fucking where.
I just now finally got a system for hair ties. Because before, 3, 2, 1, where do most hair ties live? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Doorknob.
Dish. That's where all of mine at. You don't have cats.
A cat food dish?
A cat water dish. That's where they all end up. I'm telling you. Anyone out there with a cat, that's where your hair ties are.
They find your hair tie and they put it in their water?
They love to play with the hair. They love the hair ties. I go through hair ties because they're springy.
Yeah.
So they play with them, and then they'll put them in their water dish.
Okay. All right.
And I don't know why that is, but every cat I've ever had, that's where all... And no, I don't put my hair ties there.
I used to put them on the doorknob.
Area. Oh, no, I don't do that.
Okay.
But I'll
I don't do that anymore. I have a good system now.
Yeah, I'm getting a better system. But I mean, it's just...
I'm somewhere around the 40 age range. It's taken me this long to figure out, okay, this system works for me. Yeah,
because it's like sometimes you forget you get in the shower and you're like, oh shit, my hair tie is still in, and then you're like,
especially if you're wearing a hijab, you may want to take it off, or I don't know how you wear it, but I could see maybe being like, okay, I'm gonna take it off right now, but in a couple minutes I'm putting it back up. Like, you need to have it on hand, and especially if it's a pin like that, you can't just...
I would say a pin's gonna be less intrusive to your life than a bobby pin.
Yeah. No, he was a monster, and then he's like, oh, yeah, well, they're all over the place, or I've stepped on it 17 million times. 17 million times. 17 million times, you baby.
You can hear,
Shut up.
Like 8 days. And also, like, my next note is just like, this is never going to be her home.
Oh,
like,
God, no.
It will never be able to feel like her own home. Because he has all these fucking rules.
Well, water is a very, very, very bad thing for wood. It can buckle. Like, the refrigerator isn't leaking water, Bilal. It's a little bit of water. She didn't take a bucket and dump it all over the floor 3 days in a row and left it. Oh, kiddie pool. Now, in saying that, I do think the producers were like, make kind of a mess and see what he does. This isn't...
100%.
She's not leaving it there, but true to form, he didn't let it go.
Nope.
And then when he went...
And he was a total prick about it.
When he went in the drawer and he's like... shaking his head. Come here. What's going on over here? Look, big spoons go here, and little spoons go here.
And blood pressure during this, Jodie.
Same with the forks. And then he's like... I mean, some of these aren't even clean. Look at these.
He's mansplaining.
Asshole.
He pulls out like 75 forks and spoons, and he's like, oh, it's fine. I'll just reclean these. There's no way she even touched that many forks and spoons since she's been in the house.
Maybe they would get cleaner if you'd put them in the dishwasher.
The dishwasher.
Oh, but wait. I bet you they have to sell the house with new appliances because he doesn't actually own it. And the warranty would probably be void if he started using it, so...
You'll have to be proud of me, Jodie. I just started using my dishwasher last week, and I gotta say, everything's a lot cleaner.
Yeah, I told you this before.
It's like shiny. They come out all shiny and shit.
Wow.
But they have
and,
that smell that I can't
sanitized.
take. but I can't take that dishwasher smell.
Oh, I don't know about a dishwasher
smell that happens. But it's fine. They're nice and shiny.
2 quick things. Oh, yeah. I mean, I could give you a Pine Sol update if you'd like, too.
Yeah, Jodie went out and got some pines. Amanda, the fumes, Amanda.
Oh, the fumes, Amanda. I was seriously concerned.
That's what I love about it is the fumes.
No, there was like very strong fumes.
That's what
I had the windows open. No. Like, because, there's ammonia in it.
Maybe
like, it was hurting.
Too much.
I don't think I diluted it enough. Okay,
yeah,
hold on.
We're gonna.
Well, no, let's just get into that here, and then we'll go back. So, I still prefer bleach for bathrooms.
Right, but as Daphne let you know, you can't use it on everything. So.
Well, I never use bleach on anything. Just my whites in the laundry. Not every wash. Just when they need it, guys. Settle down. But I like bleach on my toilets. I like my bleach wipes when I clean my handles and my light switches, which I do every Sunday. Sunday's clean house day. Keep everything clean. What?
Rage clean with our...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll just, listen to some music or some podcast that, just really get me in there going for it. And I tried out Pine Sol because you were like, oh, no, it's a natural disinfectant. Did a little research.
I never said it was a natural disinfectant.
Well, it is.
I said it smells good.
Well, it is. I'm informing you now. It is a natural disinfectant. However, I still stand by the fact that on most surfaces, if you use it full concentration, you are supposed to wipe that down afterwards with water, with a damp cloth, and then wipe it dry.
But then it doesn't smell as good, Amanda.
Oh, no, it still smells. So I did a slightly diluted formula. I didn't follow their dilution formula on the back. I just did maybe 75% Pine Sol. 70-30, let's say. 70 Pine Sol, 30 water.
Okay.
It looks like that's what you're supposed to do, Amanda.
I do 20% Pine Sol, 80% water.
Okay, well then I don't trust the disinfectant quality of that then. I mean, I'll try it if you want me to.
It's me living in this house. I don't have children.
That said, I probably burned a hole in my lungs. But I was pleased. I was most surprised and pleased with the way that it cleaned mirrors and glass. I was expecting a residue. It was great.
Yeah, Pine Sol.
So there's the update, but I still like my bleach in the bathrooms. Now, what I was going to say with, dishwasher. Make sure that you get a thing to clean the dishwasher, maybe especially because you haven't used it. Right by the cascade and all that stuff, you'll see something that just says dishwasher cleaner. You put it in when your dishwasher's empty and it cleans the machine and all the calcification and stuff. Don't, because I know you're not going to do it, but you should. And I feel a lot better. My conscience is going to feel better if I tell you this.
I'll do it.
And then make sure that you get, what type of soap are you using? A gel, a powder, a pack?
I'm using a pack that Daphne provided for me.
Hard, or is it soft?
I don't know, but I need to record Squirrel Friends in an hour.
Okay.
Here, so let's wrap this up.
Okay, well, just make sure that you have a rinsing agent as well. In that in the little dispenser, make sure you have a rinsing agent. And I think you're going to be real pleased.
Fine.
All that said, I don't have OCD. Just like Bilal says, I don't think I have OCD. OCD is here. I'm here, and you're somewhere down
here. He doesn't have OCD, though. He's
but remember, he introduced himself, I still have my notes, as Mr. OCD. But now you don't have it just because she said you had it.
Yeah, because she's wrong. She's always wrong.
Miona?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He's a cosplay-cowboy.
God, he looks like such a dumbass.
Yeah, he does.
Who is last here? Oh, even Mohammed. Okay.
Okay. All right. I also have some background information on this one. It'll be very quick. First of all, bad outfits. They're going to Chicago to work out with a prominent Chicago sound enginger who I did look up.
Still not paid. Still not being paid.
No.
They're just working with him.
Which is interesting because, speaking of not getting paid, when they take that car to go drive to Chicago, on Twitter, the official 90 Day Fiance account said that Miona's dad purchased that car for them as a gift.
Whoa.
That's the car they were driving.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So when he's like, oh, m'lady, and did a spin and put her in the passenger seat. Okay, she actually owns that car, you asshole. You're trying to be, big money in your Honda CRV that your father-in-law paid for you. Okay, so we find out while they're driving that David, his best friend and his godfather, David, kicked him in the head in high school and put him in a coma for 3 days.
Yeah.
Number one, do we believe that story? Like, did he get a concussion?
Yeah, and then he just stayed in bed and he was tired.
Yeah, being in a coma for 3 days is, like, I feel like that would be something that David would have been, what do you call it? Exported? What word am I looking for?
Expelled.
Expelled? Yeah, something like that.
Expelled.
Kicked out of the country. School. Oh, no, I mean, like...
Oh, deported.
Deported, thank you. Exported.
Wait.
Art Vandalay. I'm an importer, exporter.
Importer, exporter. He says, we have got half a tank of gas. That should get us there. It's a 13-hour drive.
It's like 10.
No, it's a 13-hour drive because at first I typed in South Dakota to Chicago and it was 10. But they live in Rapid Falls, which I typed in. Rapid City. 13-hour drive. On half a tank of gas in an SUV.
Yeah, I don't know
Aren't
about
those like
that.
gas guzzlers?
Well, he could have like an energy, that gas efficient one, where like it shuts off at red lights and shit. I don't have one of those because I'm not bougie. Dave has one of those. That's like all standard in the cars.
Since we
I hear
started
that.
Recording, but the sky has gone from like bright sunny day, and it is like pitch black outside.
Caw.
It's like fucking dark side of the moon.
Dude, birds
right
are vicious too. Don't get me started on birds.
I'm scared of
even
birds
ask.
too. No, birds are scary.
All right, so they're working on the relationship, and because he's been working on the relationship the past couple years, he hasn't been in the band. Like, I thought you were with the band all this time, and you're just taking it off during COVID. Well, no, it's because he was working on his relationship, like we all do. We like quit our jobs when we're in a relationship to work on it.
Well, but also David was like, hey, I'm making a shit ton of money in this trucking business.
Okay.
So Jibri does it.
False. Guess what? Mr. Jodie is in the biz with trucking shit. Okay. Like, he knows his shit. This was his territory when he would go to, trucking companies and shit. So of course I had...
Oh, you mean Dave?
Yeah. Mr. Jodie.
Oh, I didn't know what you meant there. I thought you meant like yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm
like
non-binary. You. I'm him, he, her, they. I'm just like all of it. So no, Dave, I was like, you got to watch this thing. So first of all, he's like, yeah, no, that's like a used truck, like a used truck place. He definitely does not own that. And he was just like watching and he's like, no, he might have like bought a truck or something, but that's not a place that he would own for sure. And then we were saying, even just based on the way that the David was dressed, if you owned a trucking company, you'd be pimping the name and everything out.
Yeah.
And Dave was saying, he's like, you can see that all these different trailers and stuff have different logistics companies.
I wasn't under the impression he owned a trucking company.
That's what he said. He said he owns a trucking company.
A trucking company, and he was like, hey, Jibri, I'm making money on this. Why don't you get a job like this?
No, he said he owns a trucking company. We're going to go to his place. And he was presenting as if, like, this is his place. He was like, that Volvo over there, it's yours, whatever, right? So really quickly, he doesn't own it. That's a used truck lot. Maybe he was going to buy a truck or something. He's got the money to do it. I looked them both up. I know, because I'm crazy. I didn't see any trucking company that has like an LLC or a corporation or anything with that David's name, nor Jibri's. And if Jibri, you just said 13 hours, if Jibri did these trucking, that's not even really long haul, but let's just say from Rapid City to Chicago, Dave said truckers right now are probably making around 40 to 50 cents a mile. Okay. So we did the math really quickly. That would be about 800. At 10 hours, that's 800 miles from South Dakota to Chicago. And so if he did it there and back, that's like a 10-hour drive there and back. Sure, you got to like break it up, whatever. But if he did it in one run, that's like $300 one way. Probably more like $450 one way.
That's not great, though.
Yeah, but it's one day. Then if he drops off his load, goes back. If he does that twice a week, so it's 4 working days, he could be making almost $5,000 a month. 'If he did it for a month. Instead of sitting at your mom's house being like, oh.
Yeah, no, I think, Jodie. I think we're forgetting about the fact that Jibri is lazy.
An artist. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, the
most talented artist ever.
Yeah.
All right, so this is just like bullshit. They're both there just talking, whatever, driving. I don't even think Jibri drove the truck. I think he just took a picture in front of it to put up on Instagram. Whatever, dude. Uh-huh. But I mean, he would super fit in with the trucker culture.
Oh,
for sure. God. Oh, I mean, they probably love David too because I don't know if you know this, but he can spit in any language, yo.
Oh my God.
Spit in any language. I guess that means rap, lay down tracks.
Yeah, and oh my God, like the code switching of his like accent is so upsetting to me, and I'm not even affected by it.
I feel like he's that Jamie Kennedy character with like the sideways.
Oh yeah, totally.
visor or whatever.
Well, anyway, they meet up with and Miona's all. I don't even think Miona's being a bitch at all. I think he's being aggressive immediately. So I just want to know that you got my boy in your mind. You got my boy's best interest in hand. And he's like, Jibri, you need to get back in one of these rigs. And then Miona's like, well, if he doesn't love doing it, then what is the point? And to that I say, how many people out there? Well, yeah. How many people out there love what they're doing and they're making... I love what I'm doing. Like, I love every second of my job. I'm making fucking nothing. Like, pennies. Mm-hmm. How many people out there are just rolling in the dough and also just can't wait to get
oh my
to
God,
work
love it. And just feel like fulfilled artistically and creatively too at the same time. Mm-hmm.
Everyone.
It's really best just to wait and not do anything until that job finds you.
Like, falls in your lap, you might say.
Yeah. Okay, so
and it has because now they're on 90 Day Fiance. And he has exposed. This whole episode is literally
which is going to last a lifetime.
Exposure.
I mean, this is what they're going to be doing for the rest of their lives. So they meet with Alex, the engineer. His name is Alex Burns. He has worked with some big names. However, you could also book a session in a studio with him for $600.
So that's what they did.
That's absolutely what they did. And he's available. He has wide open availability. You could do it's $400 a song or $600 to have him in the studio with you. So between the 5 members, they all threw in $125. And they got a studio time.
When they talk to this guy, they're like, so how does it sound? He's like, yeah, no, it's great. All the tracks sound fine. That's good. Yeah, it's good.
It's like, I listened to like...
There's a hilarious editing moment here where they're all kind of talking, and then it just smash cuts to that guy wearing that stupid fucking
I know. It's just
Martian thing. I was like, that was such a funny editing cut there. He's just like, standing there.
He was like, oh, so-and-so, she can rap. She's from the south side of Chicago. I'm like, I don't think you know what that means. And he's like, David can spit in any language. And then we got Space Cash, a white dude from Iowa with a helmet. Yo!
But you'd never know because he can play any instrument you want, bro. Also, the fight that happens is clearly so fake.
My God.
This guy, when Space Jam goes in to break it up, he still has his guitar. He's
Space Cash. Okay, Space Cash. With a number sign in it. With a dollar sign. Yeah, dollar sign.
When
I say number sign, Jesus.
When they're fighting on the floor, he just kind of kneels down and puts one arm out, and he just has his guitar still on him. He doesn't take off his guitar. He's just like putting it in his hand.
There.
No, stop it, guys.
No means no.
This was such a stage fight because I watched it back.
Jibri's hand. It just is. It's like little like. It's like he does like a wet willy to David in the ear. He's like, wham!
Yeah, I know.
He like smacks him, little limpy.
But the way they like go down to the ground was so clearly rehearsed. Yes. I feel.
They're like, we're gonna turn towards the camera, roll to the ground.
Don't hit the microphone.
That's not part of the $600 fee for studio time.
So dumb. And they're not even hitting each other. They're just like wrestling around like Cody Brown and his friend.
Yeah. Go back and just look at Jibri. He's like, stop it. And he just starts like kind of almost like a little butterfly kiss with his hands to David's ear. Tickle. He's tickling his ear. And David's like, no, bro. Meanwhile, Alex is just behind the keyboard back there like, okay, cool. You guys ready?
Also, how many instruments is Space Jam playing? Because he can only play. He can't play anything with his mouth.
Oh yeah, we don't even know if he has a good embouchure.
Instruments are out. Yeah, no, can't utilize it.
Yeah, guitar, accordion, maybe.
String instruments is all he can play.
I don't know about that because how can he rest it on his shoulder with that helmet there? I mean, the helmet, you can't.
So stupid.
Right? Space cash. Oh, also, I did find a GoFundMe for Black Serbs to do a world tour. Their goal is like 20,000 and they're at like 15 something.
Can you do a world tour for only 20,000 though? That seems low.
Well,
for a world tour? Well, they'll make all that money back though. Paying for itself, Jodie.
Yeah, it's pretty much pay for the 5 of us to be singing cheap hotels across the world, and we'll play at Starbucks.
And it'll be...
God.
That's what the music is.
And, no, right, but David can spit in any language, so he's just going to go...
The girl I liked, because she at least stood up for Miona.
Now, if David could do the sound effects like the guy from... a police academy, like the guy did the sound effects.
Something, yeah, Michael. Fuck.
You're not thinking Bobby McFerrin, are you?
No, his name is Michael something.
Now Bobby McFerrin, what happened to him? Don't worry, be
probably
happy
dead.
Now. Don't say that.
My mom hates that song. that song used to trigger her so much. Yeah.
Don't worry, be happy.
Michael Winslow is that guy's name.
Oh, Michael Winslow. No, that's the guy from Family Matters.
No, that's Carl Winslow, and that's a character, not a real person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody who's not a person, Mohammed, who is a high-pitched cyborg. I hate him. He's scary, actually. He's a scary person. That kind of scares me, too, that she's surviving on a half a piece of toast and some sort of little weird egg droplet. It was like a little drop of an egg. What was that?
It was a fried egg.
A fried.
For breakfast this morning.
How is it so circular?
She might have put it in like a jar.
A jar?
A jar circle. Like the little, you know?
I
like
have
you take
never
the lid
had
off a jar, take the little middle thing out, and then you put it down, and then you crack the egg in there.
Oh,
and
so it's like a cookie cutter.
Yeah, it's like this. It's. I think it's like how McDonald's kind of makes their.
Oh, look at Eve. She's got all these little tricks. All right, so she's like, we have 2 more eggs. You're gonna have to go get some more eggs. And he's like, oh, okay. They go to the mosque. She's a good sport. I mean, that's all you can really say. She's a good sport.
The scarf makes you look even more beautiful.
So beautiful. I hope Eve, she will maybe convert to Muslim because she knows it's important to me. She knew whole time. Okay, dude, like, you want her to do all this changing. She went. He needs to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like I would really kind of judge her if she actually continued to.
Oh my God! I hope she doesn't,
because she has the son. But I like the editing here is that we see voodoo. Before we see
voodoo, bad voodoo. Before Shida did bad voodoo.
Messy voodoo. So I thought it was good editing.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, this is how I shower when I wake up too late. When I wake up too late, I'm just like, all right, I'll just like wash myself with with a wet towel.
Yeah, if I'm outside, I just whip my leg up into the bathroom sink and give it a little washy wash. Mm-hmm.
Mohammed tells us that he lost his father and he cries and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I still don't like you.
I know, like I
don't feel sorry for you at all.
Bad,
you suck.
But I don't. And she's gonna go out to dinner with her friends and have wine.
Oh wait, no, I can't believe you didn't mention this. When they're at the mosque and they're doing like the praying, I was like, this is the definition of floor is lava.
Oh my God, so much
like
lava.
I mean, holy shit! This is because I feel like people own their own rugs. Like, you carry your rug around, and it's like your rug.
Oh, I didn't know this. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of foot sweat, face to foot.
Yeah, and I know you're doing voodoo, but that's still your feet. That's still feet on carpet, and now my mouth is touching
I don't know if you do voodoo the way that I would voodoo. You know?
That voodoo that you do so well. It's spell hell.
Makes me want to shoot.
Makes me want to woo do.
Beat me to
We're
it.
being offensive. I'm sorry.
We're not. We're really not trying. We're just hate
being
Mohammed.
Funny. We're just throwing out those puns. We're spitting it in any language.
Yeah, we are. Like cover. All right, so then she goes to dinner with
"Oh my god, that was great, babe."
And she's like,
"What are you? This is not a person. How is she attracted to this?"
Did he talk like this before?
Did he?
I feel like she's starting to get grossed out.
Oh, I think she is.
Like, oh, this is not cute. I hate to say this, but I really think what happened was he got here. He got the full experience of, well, first of all, like, you know, Eve didn't have the bidet set up and she doesn't want to voodoo with him all the time. And I think he saw the full spectrum of Theron's needs and that he would have to be doing that. And I don't think he wants to do it. He's just like, nope, I don't want to do it. So now he's just going to pretend everything she does wrong.
I'm going to make myself as unattractive as possible.
Yeah. And I hope she sends him back. God, if they stay together, this is probably going to be the biggest disappointment. Because at least Shida will probably eventually leave him and she's just strong enough on her own.
And Kobe and Emily, like, that is his kid. So,
yes.
Like, they should probably, like, he needs to stay here. If not, ooh, did you hear that?
What is that?
And lightning.
Oh my God.
It's Canada thunder.
I thought that was your stomach growling.
No, I'm not always hungry.
Oh, it just sounded like a little roll.
Oh no. My stomach's much louder than that.
He's just a monster. I hope he goes back. That would be the best moment on the tell-all if they show her and they're like, oh, where's Mohammed? Where's Mohammed? If he's actually back in Egypt, that'd be the best.
Bye. Yeah, so she goes out with his friend. He's creepy. Oh, but I thought you could stay home and we watch movie. Eat food together.
Oh, he's like, no, because you're going to keep talking and you're creepy.
He's going to watch, like, Paw Patrol.
Oh, totally. I think he kind of looks like a Paw Patrol, too. Just like Kara's boyfriend looked like one of the characters on Paw Patrol. I feel like he does, too.
Just go away.
Oh, she wants to nuzzle you.
No, she's hungry.
Oh, anything else from these two? I think we kind of just get left with she doesn't know what she's gonna do. He doesn't know. He's disappointed.
Like, just when she leaves, he goes, okay, yes, you go out, I stay here.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go find friends at your mosque if you want to go out.
Yeah.
You freaking weirdo. Because your girlfriend mommy doesn't want to stay home with you.
I wouldn't want to leave Theron alone with him at all.
Now? Hell no.
No.
No, because Theron's going to be taking care of him.
Yeah.
Being like, dude.
Theron's the Logan Brown of the situation.
Absolutely. Now, next time, it looks pretty good because Shida's going to go on a Segway and she's going to eat shit and fall off, I think.
And then I'm sure he's going to be like, God, she's so stupid.
Oh, for sure. He says something, or she says that he's fussy, and he's like, no, I don't fuss. I'm not fussy. You know what? He needs to get a tattoo on his finger like Kara, not fussed.
Oh, God. And then we get to see Kara again.
John is going to throw his housewoman party.
Surprise! He says that.
Emily's dad is going to ask Kobe what his plan is to feed his family because he's not going to do it. Hey,
here's the plan. I can't legally work here, you fuck.
Exactly. How about we get your daughter down here?
Yeah.
Again, another thing.
Allowed to work.
Get Emily down there. I would not have my mom or dad sit Dave down and be like, oh yeah, go talk to him about his plan. I would be there because we're a team and I am the one who should have already been working. Jibri is going to throw Miona under the bus when he talks to his band and be like, yeah, man, I mean, she just, I just spent a lot of time with her because she means everything to me. She wants me around. Shut up. He loves this fucking drama, man.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have a little preview of Mohammed maybe telling Eve, this could be an editing thing, but we hear him saying, you're wasting my time now.
Yeah.
But it could be like, Eve, I just feel like you're telling me that I'm wasting your time now. We'll see. But he needs to go back. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
All of the non-Americans are better than the Americans.
Yeah, they are.
Except for Mohammed. Mohammed's the only non-American I don't like.
Non-American
Right?
that you don't like. I think so. Who are we missing?
All of the Americans are the bad ones on the show. Emily,
well,
Kara,
Thais. What about Thais?
Yeah, Thais sucks too. Yeah,
We're like, she doesn't matter.
They're such an afterthought to me. Like, I don't care about them at all.
Yeah, for sure. But you know who we do care about? Our friend Cara Berry, who's coming up next with Seeking Sister Wife.